Oyster is proud to present its latest property investment opportunity to all investors looking to own shares in a quality, multi-asset industrial property portfolio. Oyster Industrial Limited, a premium investment opportunity, is now offering investors a total of 1,177 parcels of shares at $51,500 each, equating to 50,000 shares per parcel, with a forecast pre-tax cash distribution of 5.25 cents per share per annum for the financial period ending 31 March 2022, payable monthly, equating to 5.1% on the minimum investment of $51,500. Oyster Industrial is pie structured, providing the potential for tax advantages due to the highest prescribed investor rate of 28%. Oyster Industrial was launched in October 2019, initially acquiring two recently built industrial properties, 101 McLaughlin's Road and 12 Harbour Ridge Drive in Wiri, Auckland. Oyster Industrial is proposing to acquire three further industrial properties to add to its existing portfolio: 71 Westney Road in Mangere, Auckland, 14 to 16 Makato Street in Porirua, Wellington, and 75 Wainui Road in Lower Hutt, Wellington. 101 McLaughlin's Road is a modern, high-quality design-built facility constructed in 2018 and comprises of a single-level office building, which includes a high-stud industrial warehouse with an adjacent clear-span canopy. Fully leased to Plumbing World Limited, which has over 50 branches nationwide and is the major trading division of the cooperative NZPM Group Limited. The current lease term expires in May 2029, with two further rights of renewal for 5 years each. Plumbing World Limited has fixed rental increases of 2% per annum, including renewals, with a market rent review on the 5th yearly lease anniversary. The lease is guaranteed by NZPM Group Limited. 12 Harbour Ridge Drive is a modern, high-quality, design-built facility constructed in 2017 and comprises of a dual-level office building, which includes a high-stud industrial warehouse with an adjacent clear-span canopy. Fully leased by NBL New Zealand Limited, which specialises in milk powder processing for export into overseas markets such as China. The current lease term expires in November 2027, with two further rights of renewal of 5 years each. NBL has fixed rental increases of 2.5% per annum, including renewals, with a market rent review on renewal. 71 Westney Road is a large-scale, high-stud industrial building, fully leased to Cardinal Logistics Limited, which is a New Zealand-owned and operated company, providing dedicated warehousing of fast-moving consumer goods, FMCG products, mostly in the grocery sector. The current lease term expires in December 2029, with three further rights of renewal of 5 years each. The lease has fixed 1.4% annual rent increases with 3 yearly market rent reviews. 14 to 16 Makato Street comprises a high-quality and modern industrial asset comprising two single-storey industrial warehouses, offices and a yard. Fully leased to Downer New Zealand Limited, which is a subsidiary of the NZX and ASX listed Downer EDI Limited. Downer New Zealand designs, builds and sustains assets, infrastructure and facilities and provides integrated services in Australia and New Zealand. The current lease term expires in November 2031, with 6 rights of renewal of 5 years each. The lease has 3% annual rent increases, or CPI, the greater of, applied every 2 years and a market rent review in November 2021. 75 Wainui Road is a substantial plastics recycling factory. Many of the buildings on site are interconnected and the property provides full warehouse, office and yard. Fully leased to Alto Packaging Limited, trading as Flight Plastics, which leads the way as New Zealand's first PET wash plant in New Zealand, recycling plastic from around New Zealand into new food packaging that is 100% recyclable. An initial 12-year lease will be entered into on settlement of the property, with 3 further rights of renewal of 5 years each and fixed 3% annual rent increases with a market rent review on renewal. The lease is guaranteed by ASX-listed entity Pact Group Holdings Limited. The combined 5 properties provide a diversified income stream and a combined weighted average lease term of 9.8 years as at 31 March 2021. Oyster Industrial will provide a combined net lettable area of 70,037 metres squared on a combined freehold land holding of over 10.5 hectares. The Oyster Industrial portfolio, including the additional properties, will provide a current rent of $6,969,448 per annum, and the properties have been independently valued at $139.35 million. Investors are forecast to receive pre-tax cash distribution of 5.25 cents per share per annum, payable monthly, equating to 5.1% on the minimum investment of $51,500, equating to 50,000 shares per parcel. Industrial property assets have been the strongest performing asset class in the wider New Zealand property market in recent years. This market has experienced rental growth, record low vacancies, and a limited supply of new buildings. Oyster Industrial, along with the properties, will be managed by Oyster and their experienced team. Oyster has expertise in property fund structuring and equity raising, and currently manages over 20 property funds structured for retail and wholesale investors, including the diversified Oyster Direct Property Fund. With over $1.9 billion of assets under management, investors can be confident that their property is well managed. To register your interest in this investment today and to receive a copy of the product disclosure statement, please contact the team at Oyster.